Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and we're going to be doing a few things in this video today. So the first thing we're going to be doing is the Brainteaser Event, going over the answers, kind of the reasonings as to the answers, and then hopefully getting 1,000 jewels for everyone that's able to watch this. The second thing we're going to be doing is just some general game advice, some things that I think people should know about the system as we move forward, and hopefully some helpful hints for newer players or people that joined not too long ago. The third thing we're going to be doing is just a quick channel announcement, something in regards to my channel that I thought I should address that I want us to keep in mind moving forward. So with that being said, let's go ahead, hop into our Brainteaser event and look at the notice, which is dry. There's not really much to talk about here. So celebrate the Japanese 4th anniversary, earn up to 1,000 jewels from the Brainteaser event. You have until September 20th to get this done, so there still are a lot of days, pretty much 2 weeks and a day left in order to do this one, so no time pressing, but just make sure you get it done, because it's 1,000 free jewels with very little that you need to do in order to earn them. Alright, let's go ahead and hop right in. So before we hop into the Brainteaser event, actually, there's a few things I want to give you as pieces of advice before we jump in. So the first thing is that if you don't do this event correctly, or if you take a lot of tries per mission, it drains a lot of AP. And if you're the kind of person that wants to save AP for things like the event coins mission that is going on right now, then just watch a guide. Like, I do want everyone to give it a shot, kind of do a little bit of puzzling, because I feel like video games and puzzles, they just go hand in hand. But at the same time, with every quest requiring 5 AP, if you get stumped, or if you just have like really big fingers like me, if you have stuff like that, it can just get in the way and ends up draining your AP more than you'd like it to. So that's why I'm on my free-to-play account, because I just did it on the main account, and I don't have enough AP to run all the quests again because of just mistakes. So if you want to save AP, just watch guides. There are quite a bit out there. I know that KHUX Nation just posted a video not too long ago. Roboloid posted a photo guide that's on Reddit and then on the main Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Facebook pages. So again, if you don't want to waste AP, then just look at a guide. I feel like it's just a thing you should do if you're struggling. The next thing is, like I was saying earlier, if you have big fingers, or if you're like me and you're working with like a small screen, this event can be a little bit tedious, because you're going to click on things you had no intentions of clicking on, and it just causes you to waste more AP to leave and then come back in. So a bigger screen is better, and if you can be a little nimble with your fingers, that would be very good as well. The last advice I have before we jump into this is slow down your field speed. So when you're in the mission, slow it down. I personally keep it always at like ×2 speed, but for this type of thing, bringing it down to 0.5 might not be too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into our quest. So the first mission is going to be just a simple one: open the treasure chest. And for each one of these, just remember that you're going to get a hint right at the beginning after you've already paid the cost to do the quest, and then you have to figure it out. So for example, this one is find the hidden treasure chest. All we get is just this little bush, essentially. We get a little grass, and then we get a little piece of pavement. So then you hit skip. And again, I've already done this, so I know where we're looking. We're just going to go straight up here, and it's right here. You could kind of see it in the corner there. It's a nice little red chest, and that's it. That's the first one. And that's 100 free jewels right there. So super easy first quest, not too much to think about. I was luckily able to find it, because remember how I take a bunch of screenshots? Well, I just looked at the screenshot as I was going through the mission. So I just took a screenshot, pulled it up, and then just ran through the mission. But that first one was super easy. I didn't even need to decrease the field speed for that one. Moving on to our second Brainteaser. And again, I didn't say this earlier, actually. I was actually able to do some of these without needing a guide. Again, the only one that I had spoiled for me was the last one, because it was put in a preview. But in the end, that one ended up being super, super difficult. So luckily, I was able to figure this out for the most part on my own. Hopefully, you will too. But if not, again, that's why we're here. That's why we make guides on channels. So this one is find the real treasure chest. Hint, why not sit down and relax? So let's go ahead and hop into the mission, and this is where I'm going to want to slow down my field speed. Because with all these chests around, it's very easy to click on one accidentally. So once you tap on somewhere that doesn't have a chest, and then just keep on running. Don't ever take your finger off the screen. The one that we're looking for is in this bottom right corner here, right next to the bench. Remember that the hint was sit down and relax. And that's going to be the quest. If you hit any of these other treasure chests, it summons a pretender that will literally whoop you. Like, just for example, I can't even, like, hurt this thing. Even on my main account, with all my supernova attacks, I was struggling to even beat one of these things. So on my free-to-play account, there's probably not a chance I'll be able to even, like, scratch it beyond what its current HP is. So let's get out of here and just do this quest again. So that's why I said try a bigger screen, slow down your field speed. You don't want to make simple mistakes like that where you just tap on an enemy accidentally or you run into a portal accidentally. So going back to this mission, again, it's in that bottom right corner, and the hint was why not sit down and relax. So I'm going to tap at the bottom and just run over here. That's the one. And we take out the shadow and finish off our mission here. Not too bad. So far, so good. Nothing too tricky. As long as you're just kind of paying attention to the hints. Because the hints are really the only way you could solve these, I feel like. Without the hints, it's almost near impossible to be even able to, like, reason through some of these. Alright, moving on to the third Brainteaser quest. So the goal for this one is to defeat the designated pretender. And again, I didn't mention this earlier, but you have to complete all of the missions at once, which isn't too hard once you know what you're looking for. Because the other ones are just complete without having to continue, essentially. Alright, so this one is find the real treasure. Hint, it lies at the center of the star. So this one's a little bit more of a direct hint. It actually tells you exactly what you're looking for. So essentially the one we're looking for is literally in the middle of a star. You could see it in the corner right here. So it's this one here. Again, it's literally in the middle of a star. The other ones are not in the middle of any star. So let's just take a quick peruse around town. See, no one's in there, not in there, not in there. So yeah, it's the only one that's in a star. So that one's pretty hard to miss once you're able to get the hint. Alright, and that is the third one. And we'll get to actually one of the reasons why I actually found this just a wee bit annoying. So I think we got a few more quests left before we actually hit that one, though. So that's the third quest, easy peasy. Alright, on to the fourth quest. So again, this is one where we have to defeat the designated pretender, and all the other ones are just going to slap us silly here. So this one is going to be find the real treasure, hint it's the odd one out. And for this one, essentially all of the pretenders are looking the same way except for one of them. So again, tap anywhere that doesn't have a chest, run around, just kind of do a peruse of the area, and you can see it right here. It's this one that is just facing the opposite way. When I was doing this one, it reminded me of that song where it's like everyone looked to the left, everyone looked to the right. It was in Pitch Perfect, but I forgot what the actual song was. $? I think that was the name of the song. But yeah, you're just looking for the one that's looking to the right of the screen. Okay, so we're at 400 jewels, so 400 pretty easy jewels to get. Again, especially if you're looking at a guide, pretty easy jewels to get. And then on to the fifth one. So this one's defeat the designated shadow, and you have to defeat 5 of them. So you have to defeat 5 shadows in the row, and they have to be the ones that the game wants you to beat. So the hint here is Witness. Or realistically, the hint is going to be, once we open this up here, west, north, east, east, south. So if we head in any other direction that isn't it, so let's say we went north first, okay, we automatically hop into the front, and then just do north again, which would be the correct one for the second portal. Then east, which would be the correct one for the third portal. East, which would be the correct one for the fourth portal. And then south, which would be the correct one for the last one. And then if we fight the guy at the end. So this won't get us any jewels, because again, all the shadows look the same, but there are designated ones that the game wants you to beat. So see, we got nothing from this. So I got kind of tripped up a little bit earlier because I was like, oh, a shadow appeared. Like I didn't get attacked by a dark side or something like that. But there are designated shadows that don't look any different than the ones that you have to go after. So let's hop back in here again and get our free jewels. So again, west, north, east, east, south. So here. I wonder if it was the same in Japanese, because it makes less sense in Japanese. Like, you have to know that the English version of the word is west, north, east, and south. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it was W-N-E-E-S in Japanese, or if it was characters, because in Japanese, the characters would have given it away exactly which one it is. But yeah, I'm actually not sure. I hope that it was pretty laid out for them in the JP server as well. All right. So now we wait for our load screen to finish up here. And this should get us the jewels. Perfect. All right. So 500 free jewels, easy peasy so far. Moving on to the sixth one here. So this one was kind of rough, because the worst part about this is that you had to see what the hint first. You had to see what the hint was first, and then if you didn't do it correctly immediately, you had to hop back out and then just do it again. So the way this one works is that once you accept the mission and again pay the AP cost, you're automatically thrown into this battle and you get this objective. So you get this objective of just a bunch of blue and then some yellow and then a black half circle at the end. So what this means is that you have to have 5 magic medals. 4 of them have to be upright, 1 of them has to be reverse. And it actually doesn't matter the order. I did this on my main account. Again, I did like an upright and then a reverse and then 3 upright, and it still worked. So the order doesn't matter as long as you just have those medals in the setup. So we went in with our Fenrir, which obviously was not the right setup. I had a bunch of power medals, and of course we're not going to get the objectives, and they don't reveal themselves after we finished. So just know that that's what the hint is. It's, again, all magic medals. 4 of them are going to be upright. 1 of them is going to be reverse. So if we hop back into this quest here, and then we'll just get a quick magic setup going. Let's go to Starlight, because why not? And we're going to, well, see, this one I can't even do it because I haven't unlocked the slots. But let's go ahead and head over to 3 Wishes. I don't predict that to be a lot of problems for people because, again, Keyblade unlocking should be one of the first things that any player should be doing in this game. So let's put Ava here. Let's take out our Xion, and let's throw in there a Key Art 20. So this slot doesn't matter. This should be fine because, again, we meet that requirement of 5 magic medals, 4 upright, and 1 reverse. I wonder what the objectives are. You know what I mean? Like, if they wrote it out, would it be like, equip 5 magic medals, equip 4 upright medals, and then equip 1 reverse medal? Because the order doesn't matter. Alright, so we are immediately thrown into the battle without much time to think about what just happened to us. And that should do it. So that's one of the things I didn't like about this quest, is because I had to jump in and find out what the hint was first. So that wasted 5 AP right there. And then I had to go back and do it again. So 10 AP gone, with 5 of them just being 1 so that you could take a look at what the hint is. Alright, moving on to the 7th quest here. I'm trying to remember which one this one was. So looking at the hint for this quest, it says, "This is the hint," in all capital letters. So what we have to do is just read only the capital letters in all of this text, just starting from the top left, moving our way down towards the bottom right. So if we start from the top left, we get M-A-I in the first line, and then in the second line we have N for the word main, and in that second line we still have Q-U-E-S, and in the third line T for quest. And then the numbers 10, which is kind of strange because you can't have capital letters for 10, but there's supposed to be a 10 there. And then in that third line, again, moving on to the fourth line, we have T-A-R-G-E-T. So main quest 10 target. And unfortunately, this is one where if you try to figure it out on your own without looking at any guides or anything like that, you'd kind of struggle because you'd have to leave the quest, head over to main quest 10, look at where the target is, and then hop back into this quest. So let's go ahead, hop back into our story, and go to main quest 10. It's taking a little bit of time to load here, but we are good to go. So you have to scroll all the way back to main quest 10. Alright. Which is the exact same map as the Brainteaser map. So looking at this here, what they want you to do is kind of overlay the two maps on top of each other and then pick the correct target enemy. So let's go ahead and just skip our way around, try not to fight anything. Right as I say that, we run into something. And the main quest 10 enemy / target is going to be right here. So the idea is that you pick the quest, or I'm sorry, you pick the chest that is exactly where this target would be if you overlaid the two maps on top of each other. So let's head back to our event. And then we will just, again, pick the pretender that is in the spot where the quest 10 target would be. So back in the quest, we again just go like as if we overlaid the maps on top of each other, find where the target enemy would be, which is this one right here. And it is the level 1 one, that's how we know we hit the right one. And then we just go back and take out the target enemy. And that should do it. So another 100 free gems. So gems, oh my gosh, 100 free gems, that'd be crazy. 100 free jewels. Moving on to quest number 8, where we have to defeat the designated shadow ×4. This one is a fun little one. Let's go ahead and hop right in. So the code is going to be 2863, with the hint being try calling a friend for help. So if we hop into the quest, and this is one again where I really recommend you either have a bigger screen or you decrease your field speed or do a mix of both. So what we have are, and it's hard to see, but you have 12 total portals just kind of floating around here. And what this corresponds to is going to be looking like at a phone number pad. So this top row would be the numbers 1, 2, 3. This second row is the numbers 4, 5, 6. The third row is going to be 7, 8, 9. And then the last row is going to be, and I'm probably going to mix up the symbols, but the star symbol, the number 0, and then the hashtag / pound sign. So if I remember this correctly, it's 2863. So we run, and again, hope that you don't run into anything, but then you go 2, take out this one, and again, if you run into the wrong portal, you just fight a random shadow, and it doesn't count towards the quest. So 2, 8, 6, 'and then to wrap it all up, 3. Oh, see? Our big fingers, or our inability to pick the right one, led us the wrong way. But I guess this is nice because I'll show you that it doesn't work if you run into just a random one. So we shouldn't get any jewels from this run because, again, our fingers / character just kind of didn't go the way we wanted it to. So now we have to hop back in, again, waste another 5 AP, which could have gone towards something like the event quest, and then just do it all over again. So hopping back in here. Alright. Let's try and be a little more accurate with our fingers here. 2. 8. I really wish they could have picked something like 1471. Let's see, 6. And 3 to wrap it all up. Alright, so this should get us the jewels for mission number 8. Alright. There you go, another 100 free jewels here. Moving on to quest number 9, which again has no clear objective, so you have to hop in here once and then get out of there again. So let's go ahead, hop right in. And this one is not too bad. So essentially what it is, it's an alphanumeric code, meaning it has to do with letters and numbers. So the hint is going to be a shadow heartless with the numbers 19, 8, 1, 4, 15, and 23. Now I'm just gonna pull up a quick photo here of the alphanumeric code. Maybe I just like saying that word, like alphanumeric code. Okay, so this is the basic alphanumeric code. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. So this is the basic alphanumeric code here, where every letter essentially corresponds to a number. So if we look at that shadow one, that little hint at the bottom, again, letter 19 is going to be S, letter 8 is going to be H, letter 1 is going to be A, letter 4 is going to be D, letter 15 is going to be O, and then letter 23 is going to be W. So essentially what you have to do is use this code and translate this top part here. Let's try and shrink this down. So now it's kind of hard to see in the corner. I'll expand it again in a bit. But we have the numbers 13, which is M, 15, which is going to be O, 7, which is going to be G, 12, which is going to be L, 15, number 5, which is going to be E. Then the second line is going to be 15 for the letter O, and then that last line, 7, 12, 15, 18, and 25 is going to be G, L, O, R, and Y. So they kind of missed a letter. I feel like that was kind of a weird mistake, but it spells essentially Moogle O Glory. So what this mission wants us to do is equip the Moogle of Glory Keyblade, and that's essentially that is the answer to this one. So it's like the other one where we had to equip the magic medals with the 4 upright and 1 reverse. They just throw you right into the final battle, and if you don't get the hint or if you didn't equip the right stuff, you're not going to get the jewels associated. So let's go ahead, hop back, and equip our Moogle of Glory. So they missed an O. I feel like they should have just fixed it and then just put like another O in there. And they throw you right in, and that should be enough to net us the jewels at the end here. Alright, moving on to the last one, which was definitely hard, and I'm pretty sure I actually probably wouldn't have gotten this without looking at a guide myself, or at least it took me like a while to realize it. So this one is going to be a 4-part hint, so you're going to have to look at every single part. So the first one is very, very easy. It's going to be 9 heartless, labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just remember the positioning. It's number 1 at the top left, it's number 9 at the bottom right. The second hint is going to be this Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku medal, and it's a little bit bigger than what it would be in your item inventory screen. So what the hint is do you know your attributes? So remember that Riku, and just looking at the medal, you know it's a power medal. So what we're looking for are large letters and then connecting the word power. So we start with P, which is going to be kind of in the middle top right area. Draw a line to the O, which is directly to its left. Draw a line to the letter W, again capitals, which is right above it. Draw a line to the letter E, which is to the right, and then draw straight down to the letter R to write out again the word power in uppercase letters. So that's the first one. So number 9 is the first heartless we have to take out. So now we have a medal that's smaller than what it looks like in your inventory menu, and it's going to be a speed medal. So we're looking for lowercase and the word speed. So we have S, which is right in the middle a little bit towards the right. P, which is right across all the way to the left. The lowercase e, which is kind of weird because there's 2 lowercase e's in this little graph here. So we're looking for the one that's between that capital B and then the capital E in the top. So SPE. Then the 4th E is going to be in between that S and the P. So that's that one in between them. So it's like PBCES. So that's the E we're looking for the 4th one. And then D is right below it, which draws out the number 4. So we have to take out Heartless number 4 and Heartless number 9. And then to wrap it all up, we have Key Art 20, again, bigger than what it is normally in your inventory. So we're looking for capital letters for the word magic. So the M is towards the middle left here. The A is straight to the right. The G is below it. So the capital G is below it. The letter I is going to be straight to the left of that G, right below the D. And then the letter C is going to be straight above when you pass the M. So it draws out the number 6. So we have to take out Heartless 4, 6, and 9. And if I remember this correctly, the order actually doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and take out Heartless 4. Number 6. Which, again, you have to be careful because if you accidentally run into the wrong Heartless, you're going to have to restart the mission. And then number 9. And we should be able to run along the bottom here, not having to worry about accidentally running into another one of the Heartless. And that should do it. So that completes the Brainteaser event. It was a little bit difficult, especially if you didn't really have the time to sit down. And it could have been a waste of AP, especially, again, if you just kind of ran into things accidentally. But that's a free 1,000 jewels. Super, super sweet. And I hope everyone's able to get it. Again, you have 15 days to do it, so don't feel rushed. But just make sure you do it and get your free 1,000 jewels. So another thing, this is just the notices part where I just want to give you some advice before we wrap up this video here. Make sure you do all the daily things. So remember, you get jewels just for logging in, and you get some other bonuses. Like today, we got 10 free power gems. There's some other gems in there. There's some draw tickets in there. So just make sure you log in every day until I believe the 10th to get your free rewards. They're free. You literally have to log in. Even if you don't do the daily quests, just log in. But if you do the daily quests, make sure you always collect this white mushroom bee, up to a maximum of 4 per week. And you can combine them to create a 6-star version that is 1 entry into the Million Jewels campaign. So it's just like a small thing to do, but make sure you do it every single time, because if you don't, you're potentially missing out on an opportunity to get... See, I think I missed the one yesterday. Yeah, see, I missed the one yesterday on my free-to-play account. But if you have 5, you can evolve them into the 6-star one, and the 6-star one again gets you an entry into the Million Jewels campaign. So let's make sure we actually accept this one, because I believe I did it yesterday, but I guess I didn't hit accept. So make sure you do that. All right. One more thing for updates is when we look at our pet rank, so some people pull into multiple foretellers within 5 draws, and then if you're like me, you put all the traits onto one because you want one really good copy of one foreteller. However, without traits, again, these medals don't give you as many pet points, but what you can do is that you can trade it with a pet trait, and that still technically counts as giving the medal a trait, which bumps up the number of points that it's able to give you on your spirit. So if you accidentally just run into a few extra foreteller medals, but you don't want to spend coins on traits for them, you want to spend it all on one foreteller, just use the pet rank system and then get one trait on it, one pet trait, and then it automatically bumps it up to higher pet rank point value. So that's the advice for now. Lastly, before we end this video, I just wanted to say something really quick about my channel. So I've noticed that in all my videos where I do like quests on my main account, I use a Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack, which I feel like is just not conductive to helping players out. So what I'm going to be trying to do from here on out is run quests with a Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A that does not have extra attack, because I remember back in the day when people were running around with illustrated Kyrie EX with extra attack, I was like, well, this isn't as helpful because I don't have Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't have illustrated Kyrie EX with extra attack. So I'm going to try and do my missions without that Kyrie, because I don't want people to look at it, see my double cast of Kyrie and be like, well, I can't use this anymore because I don't have double cast Kyrie. So I'm going to try and, moving forward, not use my double cast Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A / my Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. If you'd like, go ahead and join my Discord. I'm going to put it in the description below, where we talk about things like video games, Kingdom Hearts theories, the main storyline, do some posts about polls that we get in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and then there's also a channel for anime there, if that's something you'd like to talk about. If you're a YouTuber and you want to post your content in there, feel free to do that under the miscellaneous tab as well. And that's all for this video. As always, everyone, until next time, take it easy.